Welcome, friends. A new and wonderful topic that you must watch. So we begin. Expressions about silence. We are always exposed to many situations in which we are unable to express what is inside us, and we feel that our hearts are being torn apart, and that there are volcanoes within them that are about to explode, and that Satan is waiting for such situations to control the person. But with the passage of time, we learn that the best way to express anything is silence. Therefore, men only know when they are angry. A man is the one who can suppress his anger and remain silent when he is unable to do so. Silence does not mean weakness, but rather it is strength in itself. There are many phrases and sayings that indicate that it is one of the most important methods in our lives, including the following. 1. There is no good in remaining silent about judgment, just as there is no good in speaking out about ignorance. If speech is silver, then silence is gold. 2. How beautiful is silence! In a moment or in moments, letters disappear, words are lost, papers fly, and pens break. 3. Good speech is a sign of good faith, while bad speech is a sign of misguidance, hypocrisy, and disbelief. 4. If someone hurts you, either remain silent or say something to restrain him. 5. When the limbs are unable to express themselves, silence remains the only expression of what hurts a person. 6. Do not consider my silence to be ignorance or forgetfulness, for the earth is silent and within it is a volcano. Silence is my language, so excuse me for my lack of speech, for perhaps what is going on around me is not worth talking about. 7. There are questions that can only be answered by silence. When love turns into hate, sacrifice turns into denial, and man turns into a monster, we have no choice but to remain silent. 8. He does not talk a lot about his past except those who have lost his present. 9. Do not speak unless your words are better than silence. 10. Do not speak if you must remain silent, and do not remain silent if you must speak. 11. Luqman's ruling on silence is what he said to his son. My son, if people are proud of their good words, then be proud of your good silence. 12. Do not let your tongue precede your mind. 13. Do not let your tongue join your eyes when criticizing the faults of others, so do not forget that they, like you, have eyes and tongues. 14. Be a good listener and be a tactful speaker. 15. He who does not keep his secret should not be blamed for revealing it. Speak when you are angry, and you will say the greatest speech you will regret in your entire life. 16. If people refrained from speaking about themselves and speaking ill of others, the vast majority of people would become mute. 17. Praise for eloquence, silence when speech is not good. 18. If you speak the word, she will control you, and if you do not speak it, she will control it. 19. Words that stir up wars. Lord, a word said to its owner, leave me. 20. A boy's tongue is about his mind, his interpretation. Whenever a person's mind slips, his tongue slips. 22. The speech stops on the brink of silence and ends. 23. Silence has a prestige that you realize well in the presence of something that does not deserve to be spoken. 24. O woman, silence is women's adornment. 25. Silence is a bundle of many conversations that the tongue does not know how to pronounce together. 26. Some silence is screaming, insults, and a kindling flame to maintain that decent, polite, and good manners. 27. The silence of the dead makes those who are alive go crazy. 28. Human safety lies in the sweetness of the tongue. Your chest is wider for your secret. 29. The chests of the free are the graves of secrets. 30. You are more capable of refuting what you did not say than you are of refuting what you said. Beware of letting your tongue hit your neck. Speak, God spoke to Moses. 31. The best character is keeping the tongue. Good brevity makes sense. 32. A person needs approximately 2 years to learn to speak, but he needs years to learn the language of silence. 33. The phone bill is the clearest evidence that silence is much more effective than speech. 34. Speak when you are angry, and you will say the greatest speech you will regret in your entire life. 35. If people refrained from speaking about themselves and speaking ill of others, the vast majority of people would become mute. 36. There is no good in remaining silent about judgment, just as there is no good in speaking out about ignorance. 37. Do not say something blindly, for the tongue is not safe from harm. 38. Silence is wisdom, and those who disperse to the wise. If a son of a dove speaks, a son of Lahanash Haim will not come. 39. Silence is medicine. I learned to take this medicine at all times, and I was cured. 40. The successful person is the one who closes his mouth before people close their ears, and opens his ears before people open their mouths. 41. Do not let your tongue join your eyes when criticizing the faults of others, so do not forget that they, like you, have eyes and tongues. 42. Be a good listener and be a tactful speaker. 43. He who does not keep his secret should not be blamed for revealing